I probably wouldn't worry about that. Right. Well, notepad. Where's that stuff?
And also a barrel.
Are you just gonna like?
The barrel. I'm
want
gonna.
it?
No, I might. I want the barrel though to because Wolf hasn't decided where he wants to plant this.
Fair.
So he's going to take the barrel, fill it with water, and roll it.
Okay.
Look, unlike these mages, I can't summon water out of the ether.
Yeah, and you unfortunately never got like one of those gems, which had none of them had the option to create water, but yeah.
Wolf is going to get what to him seems like a reasonable amount of water. To everyone else, it seems like an excessive amount of water.
And you can never have too much water. If only someone bought that bath in a bottle.
I'm now imagining Wolf being like, I have a slight thirst, drains a lake.
Once again, insatiable. So, yes.
Sideline.
Whoops.
The only question that remains then is where. Well, I guess both you've already said Wolf doesn't know where he wants to
over
bury
here.
it.
I've been trying to get you to get.
Yeah, Wolf doesn't know exactly where he wants to bury it. He wants it somewhere that he thinks it's going to be safe. Probably not on school grounds.
Fair. Does Wolf have any like horticultural knowledge, like growing plants and shit?
He has nature.
I mean, he has not. I mean, he has a lot of knowledge about plants in general.
I mean, one option I'll give you is you could start to like, let it become like a sapling in the barrel and then just transplant it somewhere else later, or in a pot of some sort.
Yeah, I guess that actually is technically an option.
Yeah.
Let it, get a bit stronger before leashing it to the wild.
Actually, is a very good option, especially as Wolf tries to scout out a good spot.
I'll tell you, there are spots which will influence your nuts' growth and will supply you with new abilities. Just have to think.
I still need to choose a second ability. Holy shit!
You do. Tinder finally got his thing.
Cool.
I hope you enjoy it.
Which many things.
Do you want to share, or do you want to share for class, or do you want to wait until Big B gets here?
I'm going to wait until I use these abilities, and then they can be like, "What the fuck?"
Fair. Tell me what you pick, and I'll add it to your card because I'm keeping track of it. There.
Oh, by the way, sideline. That reminds me.
Yeah.
Fireplace gem. Have you decided to do anything with it?
Find me something cool in the future.
Okay. J-Mac, I'm feeding the fireplace gem to Candle.
I will tell you now, it's nothing terribly special. It's literally just a big chunk of like fire infused gem, but it is a tasty treat for Candle. Let me update his experience. I wish Big B is sitting on so much fucking experience for curiosity, and it's making me cry. I understand that he's waiting to see if he unlocks anything else cool, but it's like you have like 11 or so experience. You could buy so much shit.
Well, fucking make him use it.
I'm not gonna make him use it.
Do it.
I mean, it is a hostile thing. You could make it by itself a thing.
No.
It still has its own willpower, kind of, sort of.
Not when it has absolute. The thing with Infomorphs work off a system where, like, the more XP he spends, the more of an ego it'll get, kind of like an intelligent item. Currently, he has spent 0, so it is basically just a completely subservient familiar. He has multiple paths, depending on what he takes will shape his growth, shape his emotions, and such like that.
That seems dumb.
Meanwhile, like, I just haven't found enough EXP for Candle to unlock anything.
Silas has the thing that curiosity is very easy to grow. So that satisfying his base urge right now is really easy, because all it wants to fucking do is look at shit. Candle, on the other hand, is, a tangible spirit with a proper ego and stuff. It just needs time to gain power and eat stuff.
Which is why I'm feeding it a fireplace.
Yes, which is, I mean, while I say it is just a hunk of elemental gem, it's still pretty good for it, as you'll find it's gained +2 EXP.
Oh hey, I can actually buy a thing now.
You could technically unlock a thing. Actually, the only thing you can unlock is eyes, should you care for it.
Get Ash a pair of sweet shades?
I'll tell you now, the slots are kind of... Most of them are like, oh, you'll get what you kind of would expect from them. You should probably expect something that boosts your like vision capabilities from your eye slot.
Yeah. I'm probably gonna save like another point of EXP or two, honestly. If all I can afford is eyes.
There's a lot of things opened up next level, or with 1 EXP. Armor, weapons, the feet slot, the hand slot, and the neck slot. And after all, it can only occupy 1 slot currently, so it doesn't hurt to save. Anyway.
Given that situation though, yes, I think Wolf's going to plant it into his oversized barrel, filled with freshly dug up dirt from the forest.
Okay then.
And then he's going to leave the barrel somewhere he can get a nice bit of sunshine, the balcony.
Fair enough.
What items do we get?
I need to send you
Harvester's
your thing then.
Scythe.
As your actions have chosen that you have with your chosen actions, you have chosen one of the 2 paths. Nurture.
Hello, Big B.
Hi Big B, our server cursed, so we're using this for today.
I die swallow.
Don't hit the button immediately, Torn.
We're just going
get
over
your
various
dice, Tyler?
things while Sideline and Torrin keep playing whatever it was. Risk of Rain 2.
Torrin, hit the button, hit the button.
I was told not to hit the button.
I'm telling you now to hit the button.
And unlike me, he listens to things.
Well, yeah, then you should listen to me saying to hit the button.
This is why I am currently conflicted. I have one person telling me to hit the button and one person telling me to not hit the button.
Okay, hit the button.
Hit the button?
Hit the button.
Hitting button.
Cat's will cannot be denied.
Not forever.
Button's got to be hit eventually.
Another Harvester's Scythe.
Do I get
Oh, I know what I'm
any-
buying.
Sorry, Dark?
So it means everyone else seems to have an experience track running of some kind.
Not
don't.
everyone. Yeah.
Oh god.
I need to talk to you, Sidelings. Technically, your wrench will get a little bit stronger. People have different tracks. Alana and the name escapes me because I'm in the
Which
Alana,
player?
Aaron?
No, it's Rose and Sideline both kind of have the same thing, which is they got to pick a couple of abilities at the start, or in one case, quite a lot, and they'll progressively just get stronger as we do shit. Big B and Torrin have EXP tracks, which let them pick abilities, pick and choose, upgrade shit as they fulfill objectives.
I got to invent abilities.
You and Tinder have very similar kind of methods of how yours will grow. However, you're not aware of this yet, though technically Tinder could tell you based on what he knows of his.
I know things.
He knows things.
However, yours is also like a little pinch of Tinder's and a little pinch of like Sideline and Rose's, where you will advance at certain things, but your things will also grow as you advance and gain more shit.
You give me more uses for a class feature of mine I'm not using very much.
Yeah, I was aware that you weren't using your burner tools, so I was like, what would be nice to give you? Well, actually, your 2 choices, nature and nurture, were based off different pools. Nurture was burn, nature was rage.
Makes sense.
If you want, do you want to know what nature would have given you? What?
As it stands, I don't really gain. I'm not going to gain many things to spend burn on, so my burn is there, but it's not that interesting.
Plus, technically, you're really good at making sure your allies are protected from their own effects now. Because you have an increased chance to save against whatever your fucking friends thwart you, and you can kind of give them the same.
Mm-hmm.
I can detect hero points.
Good for you.
I don't.
Usage.
Yeah.
So you don't know how much hero points people have, though that might potentially be a thing if you choose to upgrade the ability. But you know when someone's doing fucky shit.
Yeah.
When are the gears of reality starting to fall apart?
Which I'm glad, ironically, that's you that has it, as someone who doesn't have hero points.
Yeah, I know. I really like that too. Aaron has no fucking clue what the hell is going on, but can know when it's happening.
It reminds me of how like you're like, what the fuck was that, Silas? And he's like, oh, it's just something I can do. God.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Because I think only like 2 hero points have been used in like this campaign so far.
Yes.
I know, Dark, you've used one.
Yep.
I've used one.
Breathing.
Oh yeah, Freeven. Okay. Are you done, or are you still going?
I died, so I'm sitting here and doing fine.
Okay.
Yeah, I could probably just go ahead and kill myself, honestly.
What? No, don't do that. That's so bad. You have so much to live for.
You can't tell me what to do.
Sure.
Don't kill yourself.
Hug an elder Lemurian.
That sounds like fun. I just gotta find one. If I weren't playing the Huntress, I could just Big Bertha myself to death because I have the fucking blast cannon thing.
Alana, why
The
don't you
Behemoth
go-
Mark IV.
Yes, brilliant behemoth. That's it. Thank you. I always just call
If you
it
go
Big
down
Bertha.
that hole that was right over there, there should be an elder Lemurian that spawns.
Or I could just activate the boss.
That too. Hug the boss.
Let's see. Meet the Silas. The Wolf. Whoops.
This doesn't look like dying tar.
Give it a second. They're wandering vagrants.
There you go.
There we go.
1, 2, 3.
It is
4.
true. They're kind of made of explosion.
Oh, we're missing Ash. That's why.
All right, we're good. Sorry.
That's fine.
Corin thinks I'm worse than I actually am.
Okay.
To be fair, I was also expecting us to not start for another 20 minutes.
I almost said it was gonna be 20 minutes from 6.
No, I was more calculating for like Big B and
Right. Fair enough then. But I believe we are all here. I'll give Tinder a quick second so that he can start the stream, and then we'll
The
begin.
stream's been going for like 20 minutes already.
Oh,
Never
never mind then.
Good.
You know,
Hello,
soon as we started discussing,
Today's
the
stream-
abilities and shit, I started it.
Today's stream
Fair
is sponsored by Risk of Rain 2.
It's
Hashtag
really
not
not.
sponsored.
Hashtag sponsored. Hashtag please.
Yeah,
Hashtag
no, I mean, if you want to, I don't
Hashtag
think.
shill.
sell out.
SMH. But yes, welcome back to Widdershin Teachings. Last time you spoke about Aaron's house, solved some puzzles, and eventually managed to break into the proper lab, with Aaron pretty much going, "Oh, I'm locked out of all the cool shit, let's grab the books and go." Speaking of, I forgot one thing that you would have noticed, sideline.
Yeah.
And that is, whenever you would have released Galadriel, you would have actually gotten something.
Oh.
Is it the key to unlock everything else for him?
No. Okay. I'd quickly, I'm just gonna post in the chat, but I need to code checks. Technically, there's a knowledge check, so say with it. If you want to know more about the Heaven Burnt Feather, that's a planes check.
Well, luckily at this time I am not currently trained in plane. I
In
do.
which
Oh,
case-
I count as trained, but
Oh. Well, thankfully you roll really high, so you know what this is. Heaven Burnt Feather is actually kind of a rare, not an artifact, but a very valuable item, for it is derived from actual Guardian Angel, designed to protect a charge from one attack.
oh,
The Heaven Burnt Feather can be used once and only once to negate an attack on the person holding it, or someone adjacent to them.
huh. Okay. I'm just gonna tie that to my wrist and not talk about it.
But anyway, morning comes. You have the books. It is breakfast. A lot of the people who you're used to kind of seeing puttering about the dorm are currently gone, with only a few of you sitting around eating. Probably nobody's really been cooking. Well, I guess actually Wolf would have had time to cook if he wanted to overnight.
I've made something.
Sure. Then you're eating whatever Wolf has cooked up as people get ready for the day.
It definitely involves sausages.
Sausage roll.
Aaron, like Wolf, would not have slept and will come upstairs extremely tired because she doesn't have the ability to resist the effects of not sleeping. But during that night, she would have been spent the time studying and also changing the name on the computer to address her as Aaron when she enters the room, and also opening a new project folder if she can.
Okay, give me a second. I'll write that down.
And she's going to be called Project Gatekeeper.
Gatekeeper. I'll get on to the topic of what you can learn from the books in a bit, because other stuff happens in the morning, and I imagine everyone will want to ask questions at that point. But Aaron is showing around Galadriel being like, "Don't break this, don't break this, don't break this."
Do break that.
Hey.
Snaps Belfatrix in half.
Yeah. That's the kobold. Kill it! Kill it! Galadriel!
Anyway, while you are eating breakfast and probably discussing the day ahead, Bella kind of waves the rest of you to come over to her table.
Sure.
Oh, this is an interesting occurrence. Hello, Bella.
Hello, you lot. Okay, so after I finally managed to catch Aaron yesterday, thank you, Aaron.
Hi. Yeah, sorry, I'm fast. You would think you'd be slower if I was a cripple.
Well, I mean, it kind of helps when you're on top of a gigantic metallic dog.
Excuses.
Sure.
Galadriel, go downstairs and back into the house. You're good.
He gives a nod. Torin, can you roll a perception check?
I.
Candle automatically aids you on this.
Oh, okay. Well then, add another to this. Ash is probably the first character I've played in a while that's not actually really good at perception.
You still have a decent. Well, I guess that's with an aid, but you still have a decent bonus.
That's an aid plus alertness from Bluebell.
Nice.
I tell you, if you want, Bluebell can also technically aid you on this if you want her to. Them to. I don't know.
Kind of already is with alertness.
No,
I mean,
it
that's
technically
the feat.
already isn't.
Nothing saying you can't double up.
Yeah, whatever. I already rolled.
Fair enough. Ash, you don't quite notice everything that I was going to tell to you, but with your monitoring of Candle, you've kind of gotten very adept at noticing the subtle changes and flame magics around yourself. And for just a split second, you feel like you felt a flicker of something from Galadriel as he stares at this table before heading downstairs.
Weird. Hey, Aaron.
Yo.
Does your new angel robot friend use fire magic at all?
Well, not exactly fire, but it has the ability to channel energy directly out of its face.
I swear I just felt like a
I
bunch
don't
of fire energy.
know whether this is actual fire or celestial fire. It's kind of dubious, and with Gleedrion, I don't know which one my father installed. Uh, Something from
Alright,
either the
just
upper
glad to know
planes
I'm not
or the
crazy.
elemental plane of fire.
Just glad to know I'm not crazy.
Yeah, also don't piss him off because, yeah, unless you want a portal opened like to the surface of the sun. It's hyperbole, but not by much.
Duly noted.
Anyway, Bella will continue. But yes, thankfully I managed to catch Alana last night. She gave me the rundown after. You are in a heap of trouble, aren't you, lot?
Oh, fuck yeah? Good lord.
Worry not, for Bella is here to help. First of all, Ipos, do you still have that soil sample?
Maybe?
If he doesn't, I have it.
Start searching
I
now,
have some
'cause-
still.
Yeah, oh yeah, because I left like one bag with Aaron and took the other bags with me, so...
And
yeah.
I'm responsible, and
No,
apparently also responsible for Ippos. So here.
No, Ipos has bags. He
I mean-
dumped several
Okay, there you
bags
go.
out. Some
Good
of them
job.
don't have the soil in, other ones do. Then
Aaron's
none of
responsible,
them
Ipos
none
is
of them are
other.
labelled.
Lord.
Just take this one. I know what it is.
Okay then. I don't know if you lot know much about where I'm from, but, well, let's just say that living in a place that has, normally cursed soil gives you, thankfully, a minor repertoire for looking at these sort of things. I actually... Oh yeah, Epos, you now remember, you two are technically in the same law class. She kind of looks over to you. Oh, I meant to go down to the town to talk about, but, points to her face. Bit scary.
Ah, right. Yeah, that wouldn't be great for...
It's not that scary. No scarier than Ipos. He grins.
Which is pretty scary.
Big toothy grin.
Carry on.
Sure. But anyway, while I look at this, she slaps Robert on the back. With your other problem, our friend Robert here might be able to help.
Oh, hey, big guy.
He doesn't look very happy as he looks over at all of you and says, I mean, technically versus blackmail, but,
Well,
you have a-
blackmail that helps the society is good mail.
I mean, it would have helped anyway.
Why is it better?
Anyway. You lot are having trouble with, a guy that's two guys?
A guy that is two guys, in fact, yes.
Right.
What, could you punch people in half and not kill them?
That would be amazing.
I would be greatly impressed.
Ipos wanting to
I think
see
so.
that.
Wait. Did you just say I think so?
He said, I don't think so.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I
Whew.
mean,
I mean, it would have been convenient, but carry on.
I've never really tried to punch someone in half without killing them, but
Well, now's the opportunity.
I leave it up to you.
Ippos wonders
But-
which way he would punch. Would it go straight down or sort of sideways? Maybe diagonally.
We're just like, ha. He chops the table.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Karate chop straight down the middle. Oh wait, you could do that thing I read about in a book where you punch someone in the chest, you like split them in twain, but it's actually like you send their soul out the back of them. That would be good.
I believe that was a fiction. that you
Well,
read.
yes, it was a work of fiction, but fiction always has a basis in reality.
Starts looking at Aaron.
I don't think that was the basis in reality. That was part of that fiction.
Well, we'll figure that out later. Anyways, I'm sorry for keep cutting you off, Robert.
That's fine. Okay. He reaches into his bag and pulls out something. I've never actually had a use for this, but I suppose it's better for you lot. As he opens a small case and pulls out a sliver of metal.
Oh. Aaron
Apparently,
immediately gets interested.
Oh, we use this to cut in half?
maybe. This was part of a paladin sword, and it's supposed to be mine, but I don't really give a shit.
It's got residual magic on it. Aaron reaches out and takes it.
Yep, Aaron feels Aaron feels a very odd sense of peace overwhelm her as she takes this shard. Staring at it indeed looks like it could have came from perhaps a very small sword, actually. Probably a short sword, maybe even like a very big dagger, if you had to be pedantic about it.
Yeah, I can see why you don't give a shit about this. It would seem like to be wielded by a halfling paladin, and judging by your size, it wouldn't be very useful.
Big B or
Maybe
Silas is hit by like
toothpick.
vaporwave vibes.
Hmm.
Sorry, you're saying Tinder?
Nah, it doesn't matter.
Okay. But yeah.
I mean, I'm dreadfully curious why the magic is residual on it, as most of the runic seems to be damaged in fairly large capacity.
I mean, it came from artifact. Those are hard to break.
Whoa, really?
Yeah. I mean, if you make it into a sword now, it's just gonna be kind of cool and shit. It's not gonna be as good as the actual thing, but it will be a holy sword of, righteousness or something.
I get what you're saying. I will say, as much as I don't like the reputation, I am known for making the best out of trash.
Oh.
I'll see what I can do with this. For right now, Aaron's going to try to identify using. I'm assuming it counts as a wondrous item currently.
Technically.
29.
Okay then. So I will write down what you get from it.
I'm not great with the religious aspects, but in practical sense,
It's a big bit. I don't know if you've seen, but can Silas from a religion even
Yeah.
if you can't do it untrained?
I just saw it.
Okay.
I'm not even terrible at it. I've got a rank.
Yes, Silas, from your blah detect psychic significance, you get that same sense of peace that Aaron got, but with it there's a little bit something more. Something a little more how to describe. Like someone's like patience about to break.
Okay.
Unfortunately, Aaron, even with your 29, you're not quite sure what that effect would have, but it's likely something good.
okay, Robert. I can see how it's useful, but why are you giving it to us?
You just kind of roll me a sense motive. Am I muted? Discord?
No, you're not. You're good.
Good. As I see other servers die in my peripheral. Actually, roll me a sense motive and a diplomacy. Shit, what the fuck, Sideline?
Ow.
It's bargaining. This is what Aaron's good at.
Apparently. He just kind of gives a very long, heaving sigh. You know I am, right?
Large?
Other than that.
Strangely divinely focused paladin-y?
There you go. Do you know to who?
No. Then again, I don't even know if you told me I would care, because frankly, they're just names, and I don't know what the context behind them are.
I don't disagree with you. But Wolf here is a name that, well, is vaguely familiar to him. Kolosh, the first and final envoy, the true neutral god of peace, communication, and honor.
You know, it's like a priest of your god walking around here, right?
He has a very sour expression. Yeah, don't tell him I'm here.
You know,
Are you
for
in
a
trouble
god
with
of
your clergy?
communication, that doesn't seem very communicative.
Ash just kind of leans in a bit and says, "Wait till they find out you're friends with a witch."
I can go, I don't know, fall in the creek or whatever. To put it short, Kolosh isn't really happy with his followers. They've kind of gotten stupid. At least
Really?
that's how I understand it, or something.
Huh.
Anyway, apparently one of the ways that a god can change your moss is by having a paladin, but I don't really want to. So it's not my problem. So there, have it. Do something good with it.
Wow. That seems awful spiteful. Sure.
I love it.
I mean, technically you're doing something good with it. I don't need to worry about it anymore. Technically they would approve.
Sure. All right, I can do something with this.
Ooh, what if
Do
we
you
stab evil dude
really?
in the heart with this?
Do you really not care what I do with this? And
I
that's more of
mean,
a question for the DM as I ask for with that 28 cents motive.
there's like a small, the very barest flicker of regret, but he just shakes his head. Nah.
Right.
I mean,
'Cause
obviously don't turn it into like a great weapon for evil, because I probably will get smited for that.
that's fair enough. I was gonna mainly use it for an project I was working on. The thing is, with what I'm trying to do, proper portal technology to other planes, the dimensional barrier is incredibly strong, and the bit I would have to use to actually puncture a hole between planes has to be extremely dense and strong if I'm going to do this the physical way. And frankly, an artifact is probably the best bet I got at this.
As you start talking Portal talk, Lee suddenly appears beside you.
Jump!
Hello,
Jeez! Hi!
hello Portal.
Hi, Portal. Yes. Turns up I need to take a step forward with our plan because I can now teleport with the robot. Tested, works. Problem,
Nice.
we need to go further. Recently, I'm gonna just fill you in. There's a dude, multi-personality disorder. One side of him's trying to get to another plane, the other side is summoning undead. Figured we could just sort of sort that situation out by actually getting to where he's trying to go. The other plane he's trying to go is the other school that disappeared before this one. And there are remnants of portals around this entire area apparently that we need to puncture a hole into to get back to that old school, or at least let him push him through so we didn't have to deal with him anymore.
Aaron, you know when I
Yeah.
said that the thing you gave me would be very useful?
Yeah.
It was pretty much for that.
Oh, sweet. Did you do your own research?
Yes.
Sweet.
I mean, that was the entire point of me copying down your stuff. I need to puncture a hole in somewhere as well, ironically, which I suppose now my research will be helpful for you.
Sweet.
We all punching stuff now?
Yes, actually, mostly the planar
Apparently.
barrier.
Ipos punches the table.
To
Good job.
which plane, Aaron?
That's the problem. That's why I need another thing, and which I was going to bring up. As you guys saw with my father's invention of the metronome, um, only certain metals really interact with certain planar boundaries. Additionally, if we're going to have any chance of falling into the correct plane with this portal, we need to have a way of completely making it unbiased in terms of what plane it wants to go to. Otherwise, I'm going to be fighting which plane we actually ever go to. So I need something from basically all the primary planes to actually balance this thing out.
That is going to be incredibly difficult.
We can narrow it down because this is an old portal. If we can narrow down where that old portal goes to, we just need things from where it theoretically could be. In my mind, those portals that the school could go to are astral plane, ethereal plane, um, Axis, and the Maelstrom. Maybe the first world. I regret to say it, but maybe some of the lower planes. I doubt it's any of the upper planes.
That is still an insane amount of things that we need that are planarly charged. Do you have any idea how difficult finding one thing that is planarly charged?
Yes.
Ash
Sadly.
waves.
Technically.
Also,
So-
probably not any of the elemental planes, because that would just be a pain in the ass.
So then roll me an
Mhm.
intelligence check.
Sure.
You do remember seeing something like that in your father's laboratory, as you remember the fucking what was it called? The metronome thingy.
That's exactly what I was referencing.
Okay. I thought you were
Yes.
saying you had to get all those.
No, that's why I was basing the theory off of. Just, don't worry, most of the things we actually already have. I could just disassemble that metronome thing, and we would already have the abyssal stone. We would already have a bunch of the ethereal metals, stuff like that. I need to actually turn a metallurgic study on it to see which ones are in that, and I'm pretty sure it's not all of them, but it's a good start.
I have a lot of questions.
You should, because I also do. And I may have answers for your questions,
First-
but I don't have answers for mine.
Okay, first and foremost, how in the blood-soaked abyss did you manage to get metals from other planes of existence?
My father did. I didn't. I have no fucking clue how he did.
I don't recall there ever being. I haven't heard of anyone actually being able to retrieve physical objects from another plane.
From what I can
Well,
tell,
that
you
they
don't.
didn't first send them there themselves, I suppose.
From what I can tell, you
That's mostly
don't.
the
You
Imperial
make
plane.
bargains and get things from other planes to come to you and drop shit off.
Leo looks up. Yeah, pretty much. Well, we're unfortunately not powerful enough to pierce planar boundaries properly. Other things are. And sometimes the planes leach into places like the dungeon and you can get stuff there.
Yeah, which also adds to the planar flotsam idea that I have, which also thing to back up with. I just put my house down in the basement. A door appeared that I have no idea. Ash, you're gonna want to go look at it.
Another door?
Yeah, a new door that looks like it's part of the basement and not my house.
Alright.
Yeah, so that adds to the planar flotsam idea where it just sort of collects pocket realms from across wherever and adds it to its collective mass.
Hmm. It would explain why there's just so much unique dungeon there.
In just random tat, yeah.
That too, technically, I guess.
Actually, yeah, Lee.
What's up?
How's that been going? Any luck? Also, why are you trying to punch a hole to a different plane of reality? I thought you were going home.
Maybe her
Silas
other
just
plane.
looks at her. Or
Ash just
looks
kind
at
of
Aaron.
turns to Lee and goes, "You're not actually a resident of the Shadow Plane, are you?"
No. Technically, I'm from here. I can't remember if I ever out of character. I can't remember if I ever gave this world a name. I can't find it. So, but no, I'm technically from here. But my home has been, let's just say, repositioned.
Oh, same problem with the previous school then, eh?
Sorta.
Is that like a common occurrence?
No. Tell me. Are any of you from? No, I don't think any of you were from. As I quickly open the map. Give me a second.
I'm from Free Air.
Yeah, I know. Hold on. You're the one person I know. I know, obviously, Ash is from Peaceful Land. Wolf is also from
As
Fear.
well.
Are any of you from Oceana? Oceana. There. I don't know. I put the weird inflection on it.
Because Oceania is a thing in our world?
Yeah, I know. Shush. It's not Fantasy Australia.
No, Fantasy Australia is the Underdark.
Down under.
Have any of you heard of the Toy Box Kingdom? And now, if you want, you can roll local checks.
Local? Damn it.
Yes, this is unfortunately local. Hey,
Oh,
I'm
that's
going to-
fine. I'm still good at local.
I'm just gonna not roll and say no. Because it wouldn't make sense for Aaron to know that.
Wolf rolls a D0.
Because it doesn't have local.
Yeah.
Nice.
wrong country as well, so you don't get any special bonuses. Silas, Ash, strangely enough, you have. Though usually it's posited as more of a fairy tale than an actual historical event. Once there was a mad king who sought to make his subjects immortal, and doing it the only way he knew, through construct magic. Tearing his city from the soil itself, he turned all of his subjects into toys, including himself, and sealed himself away from the world.
Yeah,
Surely that old
Ash
children's
just start
story is not true.
laughing. Oh no, Silas, something like that is very much possible.
Why have I not heard of that?
I'm not denying that. I'm asking if those details specifically are true. Because I can very much believe a mad king turning his people into constructs.
How have I not heard of this?
I mean, it happened. Actually, I guess. Oh no, half
Because
things are still humanish. Aging technically would have happened within your lifetime. You'd be very young though.
it's more likely that she didn't hear about it because she lived in a city full of constructs, and so people didn't want to have that as a fairy tale.
That's fair. That's not a good story. No, that seems a lot more reasonable than you think it is. That's more of a horror story.
Yeah,
Oh
exactly.
yeah, she very much is.
It's not great. I'll tell you what.
No,
Not great.
wait. Meaning that you're not a toy and thus have escaped.
Yes.
Oh my
Thankfully, people are
god,
only
this is
toys
amazing.
within the toy box realm. I
Oh,
didn't
wait.
come here and turn into, a plush toy and neither any of my puppets before any of you ask.
But could you?
I mean, if I went back there, I could choose to become a toy. Yes.
Is it?
I'm
On a
thankfully
scale
afforded
of
a
1 to
protection
10, how
against it.
huggable is your toy form?
I don't know. I never chose to see it. My father was absolutely fucking batshit insane. I'm not gonna turn myself into a
Your
toy,
father?
as some of you may be able to piece together. You
Oh
remember?
my gosh, I love it.
No, stop.
Oh.
Okay, no, I'm sorry. This is
Unless you want him, you can have him.
Ash just
wow.
pulls a tiara out of their bag. Don't question why Ash has this.
But you heard Lady Zebia call me princess before, so the secret's kind of out of the box.
Of course.
I thought that was
Wonderful.
just a pet name.
Unfortunately, no.
Shame your kingdom is, well, a bit
I mean-
toyish.
That's why I was very glad when Erin brought me the things she did. Actually, with it, I've managed to push myself a bit further. I can now cast Vertier spells. But my hope is to one day return home and kick my father in the balls and,
His
free my
non-existent
people
balls,
from.
because now he's a toy.
I don't want to think about whether or not Toy Dad has balls, okay? But anyway, I'll free my people from the plight that plagues them and, I don't know, banish my father somewhere.
Excellent goals.
Shit,
Painting
girl, I
your
dig it.
birthright.
Yeah. All right. Cool. I guess we'll trial run now. I started a project called Project
Question.
Gatekeeper down in my basement. Here, actually, Leigh, come with me. Lee, come with me.
Okay. What?
Erin's gonna go down into the basement, open the door, goes into her room. Lee's like, "What the fuck?" Erin's gonna open a door to non-existent land, and she's gonna go, "What the fuck?" And then go down to there and go down to the lab and go, "What the fuck?" and
And she
then
probably
Erin's gonna
doesn't do the third what the fuck.
yeah. Then I'm gonna open up the computer and show Project Gatekeeper, which uses the same spider drone, but adds an additional augmentation to it.
Okay.
Where it can temporarily, because I want to do this as a trial run. I'm not sending a fucking person through a goddamn portal. And basically, it shows the spider drone able to lift itself up, pierce the planar boundary, and then like an iris, open up a portal that's been closed, which then itself can slip through and then reseal.
She kind of nods and goes,
Yeah. Any
I think. Well, I'll tell you first about my project. I've been working on an actual thing to punch through the layers. So with that, we have a way to scout and a way to get in. Well,
Alright.
we still have the issue that we don't necessarily know if a place is right until we actually go in.
Well, actually, technically, we do.
What?
If we got that guy, he's been actually looking for a specific person on the plane he wants to go to. So if the person's been located through that portal, we could do that because he can find portals that are closed and sealed. And once he finds that portal, he can ask it if the person is on the other side. So we can actually figure out which portal we need to go to. Problem is, we just need to get the dude. Which, as a high level necromancer, bit of an issue.
Yeah.
I was hoping to just kind of ask him to come with us, but I don't really have a backup plan to that.
let's go back up. Maybe the others will have an idea.
Okay.
But what I'll ultimately present to you is this. Leah's perfectly happy to work on these, like, figuring out the proper way to breach for a planar boundary for use. This is well within what she wants, and, it'll help you as well. It might take her a while, but you have that option.
I'm not gonna have you work on that alone, Leia. I need to work on that too, honestly. So I'll be assisting you. I'll work as an assistant, and I'll try to learn as much as I can as I do so. Hopefully, I can actually catch up fairly quickly. I'm a fast learner. AKA, this is an opportunity for Aaron to retrain skill points. And
Sure.
as she is basically going to be 100% dedicating herself to this project, and to the point where she's going to be trying to get skill points over into planes.
Okay, then. But for the next little while, what I'll offer you this, because you have a lot of pieces here that you can ultimately use to, well, do shit with. However, with Aaron's, like, books on planes, if you have any questions concerning the nature of planes and such, you can ask them now, as you have time to look through the books while you go in between lessons and stuff.
Lee, I need you to help me pierce a planar boundary.
I mean,
We're working on that. Do you want to join in with our study sessions?
A specific planar boundary for a specific plane for a specific purpose.
Yeah, this
okay.
is kind of what we're doing.
Literally what they're doing.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I know, but like I'm just saying, unlike you, already know exactly what I need,
So-
where I need to go, what I need to contact, why.
Here's another point I'll bring up, that Torin, you technically have the pieces. Instead of having to have Air make a spy drone thingy, you do have, well, technically Staff is working on a ritual to view into a plane, which could be applied to should you find a vista into one.
Yeah,
In fact, it would probably even be a little bit easier if you actually had an opening to do the ritual around.
yeah, that's why I'm kind of asking, Aaron and Leah about this. Like,
Look,
so,
man, don't ask. Sit down. Start writing.
all right, but I gotta go get Staff. He needs to be in on this too.
All right. More the merrier.
Yo, Staff!
He is out right now, but you can grab him later.
Damn it.
Oh, I actually kind of need my spider drone back. How many days has it been since I sent?
2. Or
Okay.
you gave it to Restive on the Tuesday. It's Wednesday, Thursday, so kind of free.
Kind of 3. Probably has
2.5.
gotten there. I'm gonna try to do the retrieval process tomorrow. Laszlo should be back. I only wanted him to scout to the location where he was taken.
As he is currently doing so.
When he comes back, I'll do it.
I'm gonna be right back. I see a very important critter running around. Come here,
Okay.
Roscoe.
Never mind. Don't kill it.
Yeah. Okay. Study session. Robert, the sword. It'll be put to good use. I'm not sure how, but it will. And Bella, thank you.
No problem. I'll get back to you on the soil.
Yeah. If you can actually determine where the curse is coming from and then actually isolate where the curse and who the curse was cast by, that could actually be very beneficial for actually locating the person who's on the other side of the portal.
Gotcha. As what I'll offer here now is we could have a little time skip. / people doing, because of it, Ash and Aaron have got stuff to be busy with. However, if you ever free, meaning both Epos and Silas, if you just have anything you want to research within time, which I don't imagine Wolf would, is the issue.
I do have something to ask of Silas.
Hmm.
I'm gonna be busy, man. I wanted to do this for a very long time, but I haven't had the time because the world's been ending around me. Don't tell anyone you have this. Don't show it to anybody. Don't do anything extremely stupid. I don't want it to be lost.
Silas just looks at her, sort of raising an eyebrow,
You can't
especially at
touch it.
especially at the mention of do something stupid.
Erin takes the wrench out of her front pocket and hands it to him. Figure out the contents and material this is and see what properties you can determine from it. No one knows what this thing is. If you could give me a little bit of an insight on what it is, that would be a place for me to start researching it.
I do not know why you're asking me, considering
It's made out of
I'm.
psychic stuff. It's made out of pure psychic concepts.
Ah. Fine. I will take some time to do this.
Okay. Be careful and get it back to me as soon as you can. I don't want to be left without it for very long. There are people looking for it.
Worry not, it'll be safe in my stewardship. You shall have it back whenever I've finished with it.
Thanks. And Erin's gonna immediately go back to her research.